Cigarettes actually stink. They not only make your breath stink, but they stink themselves. Like, guys, I want you to literally, when you're trying to stop smoking, Vid Central. What's up, guys? This is your boy Vid Central, back with another amazing mukbang. And today, guys, I am at Side Chick in Warsaw, and I'm going to be doing this mukbang alone. Yes, alone, because I'm going to share something absolutely amazing with you guys. I'm going to share the story as to why and how I stopped smoking cigarettes, and the last time I smoked cigarettes was 27 cigarettes in a day. So I'm going to tell you guys exactly how and why I did it. So before I start, I'm going to tell you exactly what I've got here, just so you know. So we've got a variety of items, as you can see, guys. I'm starving because I'm on a fast. Basically, we've got this. I've made the created burger myself, so it was kind of like with like chicken and beef, right? The chicken and beef. You can't get it here though, so chicken and beef. We've got like the spicy chicken and Angus beef. We've got the vegan patty burger, which is like vegan patty, vegan mayonnaise, cheese, everything is vegan in that burger. We've got the classic chicken burger with a hash brown, with like cheese, tomato, lettuce, etc. right here. We've got the loaded chicken fries, which is like, sweet onions, spring onions, jalapenos. We've got chicken, we've got the house sauce, we've got the normal fries. We've got this, oh my god, I wanted this burger, right? And I can't wait to tuck in the dish. We've got the triple Angus beef burger, which is like the Americano, that's what you call it. It looks mad. We've got the fish burger, it's called Sophisticated. Guys, I'm super excited to eat all these. We've got a range of wings, we've got peri-peri wings, we've got the house sauce wings, we've got the barbecue wings, normal wings, and the unique one we say loaded yet, with the cheese bites, mac and cheese bites, with the sweet potato fries, we've got the corn and the cob. We've got beef loaded fries, guys. There's so much food here. I'm going to tuck in right now because I'm starving. You know what I went for. You know I had to go for the Angus beef burger. Why not? Hey, let's do this. And I got my little friend here. Hello. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Let's do this. Oh, wrong. It's got fried onions in there wrong. And I have to put in there, I love fried onions. Let me know if I know. Wow. Right, so before I begin, hopefully you've been having an amazing Ramadan so far. I love my wings. I mean, enjoy this first and I'll tell you a bit more. But basically, that's a big wing. Okay. Some guys are walking back, but wait, guys. I'm gonna tell you guys about how and why I stopped smoking cigarettes, and the last time I smoked was 27 cigarettes a day. Basically, guys, I made this decision because I was sick and tired of smoking. It was just annoying. Like, everywhere I'd go, I'd be like wanting a fag. Like, let's say I haven't got cigarettes on me, like, I'd be joking, like, I need a cigarette. I'd wake up in the morning and I'd smoke like one cigarette or two cigarettes. A lot of the time it was two cigarettes. And wherever I go, I'd always need a fag. That's what you call them, fags, right? In the slang term. And I used to be like, yo, I need a cigarette, I need a fag, I need a fag. And always to be like, my mate was smoking, like, yo, save me twos. And I'd smoke one and then still want more after a bit. And I was like, yo, I need to stop this. So what happened is, guys, I actually came across a book called How to Quit Smoking by a guy called Alan Carr. Now, this guy used to smoke 100 a day, 100 fags a day, and he read the book. And I thought maybe it was one of the books. But I did no research on the book. I realized that he'd sold millions of copies of the book, and it had actually worked for people. So I thought, yo, let me try it out. Why not? If it worked for other people, it might work for me. And so then what I did is, I started reading it. Now, I will tell you a little bit more about what happened in a bit after I've had a few bites. Basically, I just started reading the book, and you'll realize why it helped me. I forgot to eat a lot, guys. I've been fasting all day. What do I go for next? We'll go for the chicken and hash brown burger. Good. Chicken is good, you know. It's cool fried chicken at the moment. So basically, guys, I read this book called How to Quit Smoking by Alan Carr, and initially in the first chapter of the book, he says, do not stop smoking until the last chapter of the book. Right here. How you doing, brother? Right here? Amazing, thanks, Tim. Nice to meet you, brother. I'm basically someone who's booked, basically, it's really good when people come and say hello, man. You know, some people, they might get annoyed when you're recording a video and someone comes in. I like when people are showing respect, you know what I mean? It makes me continue and do this. But anyways, guys, yeah, so I read this book called How to Quit Smoking by Alan Carr, and in the first chapter of the book, he says, do not stop smoking your last cigarette until you get to the last chapter of this book. I was like, what? I expected him to say stop smoking now. But no, he said don't stop smoking until you get to the last chapter of this book. So what did I do? I started reading the book, and I only stopped smoking when I got to the last chapter, but I left the last chapter for a few months. I didn't even read that last chapter, but there was a reason why, and I will tell you in this video as to why. But yeah, so obviously in the book, Alan Carr speaks about what benefit do fags actually give you. This is what I want you to think about. What benefit do you get from smoking, right? Now a lot of people when they smoke, they say, oh, it helps relieve stress, it helps me, you know, digest my food, helps me I feel relaxed, and I just feel good when I have a cigarette, maybe in the toilet, maybe after a toilet, you know, something like that. And I'm like, yo, hold up. When I read this book, in this book it's telling you, but that's not actually true, that don't make sense. How the heck do fags help you digest your food? That's scientifically not even true. Secondly, did you know that people who don't smoke are statistically more positive and less stressed than people who do smoke? So people who smoke, oh, it helps relieve stress. But what about the people who don't smoke? How do they relieve their stress, right? And I realize now that's so true because I don't even smoke and I'm way more positive. And it was just a few of these things, and I started realizing, okay, you know, there were a number of factors about smoking that I used to think, yo, is this making sense when I'm reading the book? Yeah. Cool to the color on every time. You know I love my food, guys. So, the chicken loaded fries we'll try to eat now. Spring onion. I never had spring onion before, no things. And the spring onions are fire as well with the chicken. I got stuff on my face and you're like, yo, this food is fire though. I love my beef, as you know. But this place is banging. The thing, the chicken is the best thing here. The beef is the fire, but no. So yeah, I was speaking about it. So cigarettes are actually like a drug because you become dependent on them. Whenever you go somewhere, whenever you go to like a wedding or a funeral or a family gathering, or even if you're on a plane or a train or on a journey somewhere where you can't smoke or you're not meant to smoke because you got to wait for certain things or whatever, you become a little bit stressed out, like, oh, I need a fag. If you go to a wedding, you go to a funeral, you're like, yo, I need to go smoke a cigarette somewhere, I need the fag, do you know what I mean? Like, the people at the funeral will be smoking, and that's when you start to realize, and when you think about it, you hold up, it is actually controlling you, because you think it's not controlling you, you think it's something nice and pleasant, but really, you can't go throughout your day unless you have a fag. And yes, some of you might be like, oh, I can, but that might be at the beginning. As time goes on and on and on, you become more and more dependent to cigarettes. It's like when you first start smoking, you only smoke 2 burns and you cough. No one actually likes the taste of cigarettes. The first time you actually smoked cigarettes, it didn't taste nice to you. And if you say to me it tastes nice to you, I do not believe you. Most people smoke the first time because they thought it looked cool, right? And they're like, and you started coughing the first time you smoked. But then you tried it a few more times and you started smoking. But it started off from a few burns. And then as them few burns started going and going and going, you started having a cigarette, then 2 cigarettes, then 3 cigarettes. And before you know it, you might be even having a full deck. And this is the craziest thing, which I started to realize, because, you know, it was, when I started reading this book now, for example, I started to read things, and he said, look, for example, cigarettes are actually killing you, right? You got to think about it like this, they're actually killing you, like they will give you cancer, lung cancer, people actually die of that, like stuff, like, I think heart disease and lung cancer, for example, like, you get them from cigarettes, from long-term smoking, right? And the thing about it is, why are you taking something in your body that's going to kill you? You're like, oh, I'm going to die anyway. But why are you going to put yourself in a situation where you're going to die and it's going to be a struggle to die? For example, yes, you're going to die anyway, but no one's saying you have to die from lung cancer. Imagine like you can't breathe properly for 10 seconds right now. Hold in your breath for 10 seconds. How does that feel? Imagine you're dying whilst not being able to breathe. Some people die peacefully, some people don't. And imagine you had lung cancer and died. That's what I'm thinking, hold up. This is so true, because I don't want to die from that, and why am I putting something into my body which is doing that? And it's something that really made me start to think, right? There's another few points which I want to mention right now to you about what you're going to think about. So, as you know, I gotta try everything with people. I'm going for this one. I love this house sauce, you know, it's fire. They're good though. I like my spicy stuff as well. Some of the sauce is spicy, but I love going. Got a fish burger. I had a fish burger for a long time. At McDonald's was the only one I had. Not from any other shop. So it's got tomato in there, it's got cheese. It's got, the fish burger on it, like, I'm going to be real with you guys, my favourite ever fish burger is McDonald's, so whenever I go, I would compare it to the filet fish, and nothing can beat the McDonald's filet fish burger for me. Like, I'm going to be real with you guys, even though that's nice, it's like, yo. Well, so, another point I'd like to make is about the thing about burning your money. So for example, when you're smoking cigarettes, you're actually burning your money. That's exactly what you're doing, because it's costing you like 10, 15 pounds for a deck, right? And then what you're doing is you're smoking that. And what are you doing? You're just smoking it. It's killing you, for example. It's giving you cancer. There's no actual benefit to it. And you're burning the thing that's going into your mouth, which is burning your insides, but also burning your money technically, because you're basically paying so that you can get something to burn. That is absolutely crazy when you really think about it. Like, hold up, really sit down and think, hold up, I'm actually burning my money. And when I heard that and I read that, and I thought, hold up, that actually makes so much sense. I never ever saw it like that. I just think, nah, cigarettes, it's not burning money. I like them, but I didn't really like them because most people you know actually want to stop smoking. You can ask most smokers, a lot of smokers, they will say, I want to stop. Why is it that when you're younger and you don't smoke, for example, and you see your uncle or your auntie or your brother smoking, if they did smoke, and then they'll say, oh, don't smoke, Why is it that the person who's smoking is telling you not to smoke? I'll tell you why. It's because now they're addicted to it. They want to stop themselves. They know it's not good, but they're telling you. So but you're thinking in your head that he or she's telling me not to smoke. It don't make sense because they're smoking themselves. Oh, they just want to be the cool guy or girl. But no, it's not that. They're telling you not to smoke because they did the same thing that you're going to do to start smoking. And they're like, don't do it because I did the same and it's not worth it. So that's what it is. And okay, that was mad. Just heard a balloon just popped in the building, and randomly the balloon just popped. That was mad. Hey, but I was mad that one. I was like, yo, damn. But I thought my phone blew up. Then I was like, yo. But that was crazy. Anyways, guys, yeah. So it's like it might have been my voice that made loud voice that made the balloon pop, but it's just certain things like this that made me like think about cigarettes and realize, you know, they're not actually something that I was happy doing. Like I always wanted, like when I was started smoking, I wanted to stop. Then I was like, I actually want to stop now. Like yeah, there was a time when I enjoyed it, but there was a time when I realized, no, I actually don't want to do this forever. And the longer time goes, your dependency gets more on it, and you want more and more and more. And it was something I started to think. So I'll go on to a bit more. Be very fine. These. So, anyways, speaking about that, so what happened is it was Eid Day in 2000, was it? I think it was 2019, right? It was Eid Day, so about nearly 3 years ago, yeah? It was Eid Day in 2019, and I made a conscious decision on that day that I wasn't going to smoke anymore. The reason was, I bought a deck of 20, I ended up caning them and still ended up asking other people for cigarettes on that day, like twos or something like that, because Eid Day and every time you're having food, you want a cigarette, you know how that is. And then I go, yo, you know what, I need to stop smoking, I'm not going to smoke anymore, this is too much, it's taking its toll now, I've literally smoked too much today, right, I can't do this anymore, like how crazy is that, how much am I more going to smoke later, I wanted to stop, and then I went back to the book, which I was reading in the How to Quit Smoking, in which he said, don't finish quit smoking until you've read the last chapter, and I hadn't read the last chapter, so that's when I went to read the last chapter once again, back to the book. So basically, I went back to the book, and in the last chapter, this is when he spoke about how to stop smoking. So this is what I'm going to tell you guys. Obviously, if you smoke, how can you stop doing it, right? So the first thing is, it takes 21 days to stop smoking, right? Does that make sense? So if you're going to stop anything in life, really, mainly it takes 21 days to build that habit, right, at the minimum. So there was a 21-day withdrawal system and plan I had. So he speaks about it, and he speaks about the first 7 days won't be too bad. You don't want to cigarette after about the next 7 days, like after 14 days, yeah, they're going to become a bit harder. But the final 7 days are so hard because you start in cold sweats, you start waking up at night, you want a cigarette so bad. Yes, you might get angry a little bit, but guys, after them 21 days, once you've done it, it's amazing. And you can't just say, I'm stopping smoking. You have to say, I've escaped. It's like you can't even turn, that's when I ask you, say, oh yeah, I'm quitting, or I'm trying to quit. No, I am never going to smoke again, and it has to be that. That's what you have to say. You have to change that terminology. I'm not trying not to smoke again. The moment that day you make the decision you're not going to smoke again, you say, I'm never smoking again. Someone asks you, do you smoke? Say, no, I don't smoke. I've quit. I've escaped, literally. And then you will start to look at other people who smoke, and you look at them in a way that, yo, I used to be like that. And you'll notice them, like, yo, when you go to a wedding or a funeral, or you go somewhere, you notice everyone's like trying to gather in a little group outside or somewhere to go and smoke. And when you were smoking, you thought it was the cool group, yeah, you were smoking and everyone else. But really it's not, because they're all controlled by that drug which they're smoking. And it's like, this is something that I started to realize that it's actually controlling you. And I hate things like whether it's people or things that I'm dependent on. I don't like that kind of stuff. So that's something that I learned from the book, How to Quit Smoking by Alan Carr. And I realized, yo, hold up, it actually makes sense, yo. Smoking has no benefits to your life. Really, if anything, it's killing you. It's actually disbenefits you. It disadvantages you, and you're actually like gonna maybe shorten your lifespan, or even if not, you're gonna die a very like seriously like bad death maybe. And it's things like this which you have to really think about. Your health is very important. Health is wealth, for example, and that's why I only even do these mukbangs once a week. Throughout the week I'm dieting because I do care about my health. I'm not doing this every day. I could do it every day if I wanted to do, but I'm not doing that. So it's just something to think about, man. Like this, these are some of the reasons why I actually stopped smoking. No drink at all. Yeah. I'm gonna go for the Fanta Ice Lemon. So I have not had Fanta Ice Lemon for ages. Absolutely love this drink. I used to always get it when I was a kid. Fanta Orange as well, but this one's fire. And Fanta Fruit Twist. We can't forget Fanta Fruit Twist. But yeah, man, like, yo, hopefully that you're taking in what I'm saying about cigarettes. If you don't smoke, you don't want to stop, and now you're got understanding why I'm saying to you about people who say to you, you don't want to smoke, and they smoke already. When now you're going to see them say that, you're going to understand. This is a special sauce. We haven't released yet, but it's nice. Candy. I've already got mayonnaise all over my face. Well, cheese rices. You know what, I'm going to try the vegan burger now, you know. I've never had the vegan burger from here. I've had it a few times in the place. I'm trying to see how it is. It's a big patty though. I like the look of it. It's a veggie burger, it's a vegan burger, yeah. It's a veggie burger basically. Reminds me of like vegetable fish fingers. If vegetarian, even if you're not vegetarian and you like vegetables, it's a good burger that is. It's like vegetable fish fingers within a burger. As you can tell, I'm getting full. But yeah, man, like, yo, these are things I just want you to think about. That I'm telling you that these are the reasons why I stopped smoking fags. And you know, them last 7 days were so hard. Like, I was actually getting cold sweats. I was getting a bit annoyed. But yo, now I'm so happy that I've stopped smoking. Like, literally, you guys, self-discipline is key. You have to, you know what, you got to test yourself. If you really want to stop smoking, you can do it. But you can't be around people who smoke as well. If people are smoking, try and stay away from them. So for example, don't think it's just possible to just stop smoking. Sometimes you have to stay away from the people who are smoking for them 21 days so that you can get off it fully. Because like, don't think it's going to be that easy, because when you're getting like on this 8th or 9th day, it's going to get harder, and then you're going to see people smoking, and you might be like, oh, you know what, just give me a fag. So if they're going to go out and smoke, if you're at work, for example, and they're going to go out and smoke, or they're going to do something, you can let them go and say, oh, you guys go, I'm staying inside, and don't be actually around it. After the 21-day period, you'll realize you've escaped. Always say, I've escaped, and I've quit, and I'm never going to do it again. You can't say, I'm trying to quit. You have to say, I have quit, and I'm never going to smoke again. Even within that 21 period of stopping, you got to say, yo, I quit smoking, that's it. Well, the moment you make a decision, you've got to make that decision and done. There is no going back now. You have quit smoking, you're never going back, and that is it. Now, actually, one thing about smoking, guys, is that cigarettes actually stink. They not only make your breath stink, but they stink themselves. Like, guys, I want you to literally, when you're trying to stop smoking, I want you to actually taste the fact for what it is. Taste it. Do you actually really like the taste? Do you actually really like the smell? You know, smell someone when they walk into a lift or a room and you haven't smoked at that moment. How does it smell? Does it actually smell nice? It doesn't make you smell nice. It doesn't make your breath smell nice. Wherever you go, you have to carry spray. If you don't realize the effect it has on other people who don't smoke. It actually stinks. and it makes your breath smell really bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something you have to think about as well. Like, do you want to live your life like that? And when you actually try and stop smoking, and when you go to quit smoking, that's what you have to do. When you have your final cigarette, you have to literally taste that cigarette, take every burn and say, you know what, I do not like the taste of this. Tell yourself the truth, I don't like the taste of this. It's disgusting, it smells disgusting, it doesn't really taste nice. And yeah, you might say, oh, it tastes nice after food, but does it really, right? It's just one of these things you got to think about, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to make your breath smell, it's going to make you stink, it's going to make your life an absolute headache, and you have to take all these things into account. You know what I was thinking in my head? I didn't do a thumbnail, but maybe I can do a cheeky thumbnail like this, right? Because even though I've taken bites of the burgers, you can't see the bites if I turn it round, right? So we're going to do a thumbnail on camera right now, and I'll just make it look a bit more lit in it, so you can still see the burgers from the back. We're going to do a cheeky thumbnail. You're going to see me how I do a thumbnail. I can't see, but you can see how I'm going to do it. Let's see how. So this is how I do the thumbnail. Sometimes I've done it in front of you guys, but you can see me do it again. So I will do this. Let's get a burger up. Let's get this. Oh! Dun, dun, dun. Oh yeah, this is my toy. It said fried before guys, right? Basically, they had it in the shop. I go, yo, let me grab this, man. This seems cool. Hopefully that thumbnail was lit. Let me just find out how long this video is recorded for. Guys, you know what time it is? Let me just find out what time it is. Lads, you know what time? What's the time?
Time is 9:49.
9:49, and the alarm was meant to go up at 9:42. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you gained some knowledge from it. Everything I was saying to you about quitting smoking, hopefully everything you took into account. I didn't want to make this video too long. I didn't realize it was that long. I thought the alarm was going to go off at like 7 minutes ago. But basically guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If it's going to help you, you know what, whenever you're watching it, I hope it does help. If it does help you, I'm happy, and I'm happy for you that you've escaped and you're going to escape, you know what I'm saying? I'll make sure you like the video, comment the video, share the video, and check out Side Chick in Warsaw, guys, yeah? I reckon their best items are their chicken items. You know, the beef and everything else is amazing. I literally love their chicken. It's known for the chicken, and I love the chicken. But guys, you know what? I'm going to leave you with Navid Central. Peace and love. Navid Central.